Hi guys, welcome to Lisa Lives, and it's day 5 of our Shocktober review challenge. I apologise for my surroundings. I'm in my kitchen, so you might hear a bit of an echo. But yeah, laptop problems, trying to get this done really quickly without faffing about, so I'm not setting things up, blah 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 blah, you're not interested. So, Alone in the Dark. I'm hoping I'll get this review up on time. This one was requested by HorrorFan34, that's Thomas, so hope you enjoy the review, Thomas. This movie has got a really big cast. We've got Donald Sutherland, we have got Dr. Loomis himself, Donald Pleasance, what's his name? Yes, Donald I thought, 2 Donalds, am I actually getting this right? Jack Palance, Martin Landau, Dwight Schultz, I mean, Murdoch to me, it will always be Murdoch to me. I'll not read down any of the rest of the cast. So, I'm trying to keep this quick. I ranted too much yesterday about the hospital. It ended up at 17 minutes. Oh my god, I apologise. So, this movie is one I did see quite a few years ago. With my memory, as you guys know, I'd forgotten pretty much all of it. So it was almost like a first watch for me. It's really difficult watching Donald Pleasance shortly after watching Halloween and not to see Dr. Loomis. It's like, it's Dr. Loomis. Before I do the review on this, just to slide in very quickly, we watched a movie. They put up a video quite recently. You probably, anyone that watches it know that they regularly do Dr. Loomis on there. His impression is so good. They went to a horror con recently. It's a very short video where one's dressed as Michael. So apologies, I've forgotten their names. One of them's dressed as Michael, the other is Dr. Loomis, but you don't really see him. He's filming Michael out and about, and oh my god, it's so funny. I weed. I didn't weed, I almost weed. The Dr. Loomis impression is so good. There's one scene where Michael's walking up the street trying to like thumb a lift, and Dr. Pleasance is bothering him. He's doing this with his knife, like clear off, but it's the Michael stab. Oh, it made me laugh. Anyway, watch it. I will link it below if I can get this up, my laptop. I received my new laptop today. It's refurbished, so I have to install everything on it, operating system, antivirus, all the programs, transfer loads of stuff off my old one. Let's keep fingers crossed it will work, guys, and this will go up on time. I've been talking for 3 minutes and I haven't said anything about the movie yet. So, Alone in the Dark. This is a story about 4 psychopaths from a mental hospital. There is a power blackout. Their usual psychiatrist is not there, has been replaced by Murdoch, Dwight Schultz, is this his name? So it's been replaced by him, and they get it into their head that he has killed their old doctor and they're next on the list, and they want to get revenge on him for killing their old psychiatrist, which of course he didn't do, but this is the movie. There's a power blackout, they manage to escape the hospital, and they head for the doctor's house to exact their revenge. So that's the premise. As I've said before, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of the movies because that's not what a review to me. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to tell you everything that happens. This is like a thriller slash horror, 1982. One really interesting point, at one stage one of the bad guys dons a hockey mask, and you're thinking, oh, like a reference to Friday the 13th. But it wasn't, because this movie was released only a couple of months after the release of Friday the 13th 3, where obviously Jason first wears his mask. So that was actually a happy coincidence, so that was quite cool. This movie has a lot in common with a lot of other movies of this description. It is quite a common concept, but this movie was one of the first movies to do this. I'm not saying the first, one of the first. It is a typical 80s slasher, but it combines with that a lot of thriller elements. There's more of a story to it. The performance is obviously, as you would expect from the cast. I mean, we've got 2 Oscar-winning actors here. So the performances are excellent. The storyline moves pretty well. The special effects, the few that there are well enough done, practical effects. What did I think of this movie? I thought for the most part it was a good movie. I think it's very dated, which is a surprise given that it's only 82. It felt a lot older than that when I was watching it. For an example, I feel like Halloween 1978 is less dated than this one. I hope that makes sense. They're showing Halloween original 1978 in a cinema local to me next week. One showing only. Very tempted to go, but I'll have to go on my own. So yeah, tempted. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's interesting enough. It's a bit dated. The only one complaint I will make about this movie is it does lag a bit in the middle. You do find yourself getting distracted quite easily. I did get distracted and have to rewind it more than once to find out what was happening. The last third of the film, everything kicks off, is really good. I really enjoyed that. But it does lag quite a bit in the middle there. And it only is an hour and a half, so it's not a long movie, but you do feel the time going by. Which isn't something you want to, you want to feel an hour and a half fly in. This does drag a bit. So what did I think? What would I score this one? After the hospital yesterday, this is like Oscar worthy, honestly. Oh, so bad, so bad. I'm going to score this one a 6 out of 10 because it was decent. But for me, it wouldn't be something I would sit down again and watch by choice. It did lag a bit, it was a bit slow. But overall, interesting concept, good performances, pretty okay movie. So yeah, that's the movie for today. I would look up and tell you what the movie is for tomorrow, but I don't have my notebook with me because I'm stupid like that. I will insert, if everything goes to plan with my laptop, I will insert a little still in here to tell you what the movie tomorrow is. And as always, a list of my close YouTube buddies who are also doing the 31 Days of Horror. I'm obviously wanting to plug these guys because, they're close friends of mine. I know a lot of people are doing it, but these guys are the ones we're sort of all plugging one another in our videos. So, yeah. That was Alone in the Dark, 1982 for Horror Fan 34. What do you guys think? Any comments? Any opinions? Leave them below in the comments. And over and out. Until tomorrow.